mayhem at Astroworld began hours before Travis Scott took the stage. 2 p.m., hundreds of fans stampede across a parking lot. They easily pushed down chain-link fences and stormed into the venue. Hundreds more stormed through the VIP security gate. Even deputies on horseback couldn't bring the chaos under control. 9:06 p.m. Travis Scott starts his performance. His girlfriend Kylie Jenner, their 3-year-old daughter Stormi, and Kendall Jenner watch from a VIP booth. The crowd includes other young children, like this little tyke. Trouble begins almost immediately. 9:11 p.m., thousands of fans rushed to get closer to the stage, crushing fans up front. There was panic as some fans try to escape over security barriers. Travis Scott, unaware of the impending doom, pumps up the crowd.
I want to see some rages, man. Who want to rage, man?
9:30 p.m., medics in a golf cart try to make their way through the throng. CPR is being performed on one of the victims. 9:34 p.m., a hero emerges. Concert goer Sienna McCarty, a senior at Texas A&M, pleads with the cameraman to help her get the concert stopped. A young man joins her. Others in the crowd chant the same desperate message. 9:38 p.m., a mass casualty event is declared. Intensive care nurse Madeline Eskins passed out in the crush, but the moment she recovered, she began helping others.
You couldn't move, you couldn't turn your head, you couldn't lift your arms up. It was like hell. 4 or 5 people in front of me were getting cardiac arrest. This was appalling.
9:42 p.m., Travis Scott stops performing for a few moments as an injured fan is treated.
We need somebody to help him. Somebody passed out right here.
He watches as the unconscious fan is passed over people's heads before continuing to perform. Outside the venue, fleets of fire trucks and ambulances are on the scene, but the band plays on for 37 minutes. Travis Scott later posted this video expressing sorrow and concern.
I'm honestly just devastated, and I could never imagine anything like this just happening. My fans really mean the world to me.
Kylie Jenner, who is pregnant, posted, "We weren't aware of any fatalities until the news came out after the show, and in no world would have continued filming or performing." 10:15 p.m., the last song is sung, but it's too late. 8 are dead and 25 hospitalized.
Hey guys, what's up? What's good? South by Stay. With a heavy heart, I want to talk about the situation because I've been honestly so sad about the whole situation. I've been not able to sleep for a couple nights. Well, I did sleep through the night, but I was having a hard time going to sleep because I was doing research for this topic and it's very heavy. I feel so bad for all the people involved. I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys are familiar with this topic, or this tragedy. People have been saying that they've seen hundreds and hundreds of bodies being pulled out of the concert. There's speculation that it's more than 8 bodies.
You couldn't see, just imagine all the people they're gonna find tonight who was in that crowd, who nobody could see, who nobody could hear, who passed out, and everybody was just trampling on top of them the whole fucking concert. I'm thinking it's probably gonna be at least 100 people who dead tonight. I kid you not. In the VIP section, it was so many bodies laid out. People was getting pulled out who was fainted, and the medics were trying to give them CPR, and they was flipping them over, and they was literally turning black and blue. I never seen death in my fucking life, bro. Just by me alone, it was probably 10 fucking people laid out dead.
But then on the other side, people are saying that these people that were pulled out were unconscious and a lot of them were revived. So it's very up in the air with that. People who passed away were from the ages of 14 to 27, and there was actually a 10-year-old who was injured, which is freaking insane to me. Insanity, complete insanity.
Hey everyone, a heartbreaking update to the Astroworld Festival story. A 9th person has passed away. 22-year-old Bharti Shahani's family says she suffered multiple heart attacks By the time they got to the hospital that night, she was already on a ventilator. She lost her life Wednesday evening.
She was always looking out for me. The last thing she said to me was, "Are you okay?"
Barty was a senior at Texas A&M University, a computer science major who hoped to help her dad get his clothing business online so he wouldn't have to work so hard. They called her the backbone of the family.
Or like the super glue of the family. She held them together. I have no idea how she did it. Like she was in school, she was like helping her father, like handling her sisters. She took on so much responsibility at such a young age.
Her family spoke Thursday, calling for justice.
I don't want somebody else's daughter to go like this.
The word I see most people using is actually tragedy. But I think the connotation behind the word tragedy kind of implies that this is something that was very much like unavoidable. So I think that word is wrong. I think the word that should be used is atrocity. That this was 100% avoidable.
I want to give my condolences out to the families. I am so sorry that this happened to you. It shouldn't have happened. This is freaking crazy. There's a lot of back and forth about if it's Travis Scott's fault or if it's the production people's fault, the vendors, the security, like who is to blame. And I think it's a combination of all of them. Like all of them are to blame because there's no way that this should have happened. Travis Scott was actually arrested in 2017 for inviting fans to rush the stage. I've never been to a festival. My expectations I knew that certain concerts were very rowdy. I know that when a group of people get together, it's gonna be rowdy. I understand that. I now know that people actually pass out at concerts and that's like a normal thing, which I think is crazy. Like, how is that a normal thing? Why are people passing out? I get it, but at the same time, it's like, it turns me off a lot to concerts. I don't think, or festivals, I don't think I want to be in that setting at all. Like, this is normal for Travis Scott to egg his fans on, to get rowdy, crazy. I think that in his mind, if I'm putting myself in his shoes, I think that he's thinking that this is what his fans want, to have a good time at his concert. That people are there to see you. They idolize you. So whatever you say, they're gonna do. I'm sure that this isn't the only account of somebody getting hurt. I'm sure that it was like a build up to this point.
Graphic content. Viewer discretion advised.
Pick him up, man.
Kyle Green was paralyzed when he was pushed off of a third-floor balcony during a 2017 Travis Scott concert at Terminal 5 in New York City.
That person from the third story that jumped from the third story, somebody help them get out, please. Their legs broke. Hey, whoever you are, I owe you a chain. You just sacrificed your limbs, but I don't know why you did that. But I love you so much.
I feel so bad for the families. I cannot imagine losing my siblings, anybody. The concert was organized by Live Nation, who has had their issues. Let's just say that. So I want to get into the lack of security. I saw this TikTok of this woman talking about how there should have been way more security. So I'm just going to insert that here.
When a venue books an artist like Travis Scott, they're supposed to book twice as much security, maybe even 3 times. You double, maybe even triple the amount in the barricades because there will be mosh pits. For those of you who have never been in a mosh pit, it's hot as fuck in a mosh pit. All those bodies surrounding each other makes it feel like it's 200 degrees in that motherfucker. So people will be passing out the entire fucking night. The people who get right in front of the stage are usually the most at risk because people are jumping around the entire night. So it is very possible to get crushed You put a shit ton of security in the barricades to watch the crowd so nobody gets hurt. On top of that, when you're an artist like Travis Scott, and you know what type of music that you perform, and you tell people to mosh, you as the artist also have to make sure everyone in the fucking front is okay. I know for sure that security did the best that they fucking could. I know for sure that the EMTs did the best that they fucking could. I even know that the people in the mosh pit, because everybody who is in a mosh pit knows the mosh pit rules. If somebody fucking passes out or anything like that, you notify whoever the fuck is in the barricades. Why? Because it's supposed to be a fun experience, not something that multiple people are going to be mortified about. Travis Scott himself made it harder on everybody because he said, come with tickets or without, he would get everybody in. Do you know how much of a fucking problem that is, you dumbass? That's exactly why your ass got arrested at Lollapalooza in 2015. Once you saw a motherfucking ambulance and a cop car in the crowd, you should have stopped the shit. Why? Because that's not normal. That is not something that happens at a concert. They have tents on the side for people who pass out. They're not just going to stop the show for people who are passing out. But if people are dying, fuck yeah, you stop the fucking show. He don't even have to say that he don't give a fuck. We see it.
Just have everybody take a couple steps back. Stop the concert and have everybody acknowledge what's going around. Just stop the concert and make sure everybody's okay. I know Astroworld, I've been hearing, is a crazy experience. It's supposed to be crazy. People are passing out. Like, this is the energy that goes along with Astroworld. This is what he thinks that his fans would want. I get the fact that people go to concerts, and a lot of them that go to rap concerts and like rock concerts want to turn up. They want to get crazy. They want to get crazy. But nobody goes to a festival wanting to die and never see their families again. They go to a festival to have a good time. They go to a festival to escape. So it's just ridiculous to me that people are defending this behavior, especially people who are artists themselves. So I just feel like some artists just don't really care about the people who care about them the most. I'm not putting blame on any of the victims. This is not to blame any of the victims at all. But I feel like once people start being idolized, all bets are off and all morals are out the window, and like they'll do anything to please that person, and it's just a little much. Things like this then occur as a result. The energy of this concert was also very off. It was very demonic, a lot of people will say. People are saying that Travis Scott was sacrificing these people. I'm not super spiritual, but I did get a weird energy from just everything going on. It was so split. It's very eerie to me. The fact that people were having a good time, and there was sections of the crowd where people were having a good time and oblivious to what oblivious to that any people were dying. And then there were sections of the crowd where people were terrified for their lives and literally unable to catch a breath. Honestly, I don't want to say that, I don't want to put any blame on anyone or say that anyone was doing anything demonic without like proof. There is a lot of symbolism in his concert, and I personally, if I went there, I would not feel right. I don't think I would want to be there. I think I would have left early, because that's just me personally, because just the environment, the low humming that people said they were hearing. Influencers and celebrities have a great influence on their followers and their supporters. So I feel like influencers should be acknowledging their power to a certain extent, just making sure that they are being a good influence. I know a lot of people are like, I didn't sign up to be an influence to these people, but At the end of the day, you're an influence to, especially if you have a big following, you're an influence to a big group of people. So you need to do what you want to do with, you can do what you want to do with that influence. And some people will do good with the influence, and some people will do bad with their influence, because clearly I don't think this situation was good. I feel like he had influence over his entire crowd. If he told them to jump, they would jump. If he told them to put their hands up, they would put their hands up. So at the end of the day, he's not solely to blame, but everybody involved is to blame for the situation. Everyone involved, including Travis Scott, in my opinion. I want everybody who watches the video to form their own opinions and not just go with what I'm saying. Do your own research. I just want everybody to stay safe and make the right decisions. Make sure you're listening to the right types of music, because subconsciously when we listen to certain songs, we're being affected. We're being affected by everything that we listen to, everything that we see. Whether we acknowledge it or not, it's affecting us. So you have to be very aware of what you're putting into your circle, putting into your ears, putting into your life. So just protect your energy and be safe, guys. And like, I wouldn't want to see anybody go through this again. I will be listing GoFundMes below that are to help this whole situation in any way that they can. It makes me not want to go to any festival. I've never been to a festival, but this is just like, I don't even want to be in large crowds of people because it's just insane. Everybody, I just hope that you guys stay safe and protect your life, protect your energy. Make sure that if you feel unsafe somewhere, leave. If you don't feel good, if you don't feel like the energy around you is pure, if you feel unsafe, please leave.
Leave if you're able to leave. I do know that the people at Astroworld were unable to leave because they were barricaded in.
Here are some ways to help you avoid a crowd crush, and if you're in one, help you survive. The first is just use your eyes. Look around and see if dense pockets of people are forming and avoid them. And if you see them forming around you, leave that area. Like, the earlier the better. But if you're getting caught up in it, try to stay on your feet. You don't want to get dragged down. You're more likely to survive if you are upright. Also, I'm using cute graphics right now because I'm trying to lighten the mood a little. Like, this is some heavy stuff. And if it's starting to get tight and you still have access to your arms, put them in front of you, both of them like a boxer. What that'll do is it'll protect your ribs if things get really tight, and it'll give you a little bit of space to breathe. Okay, and finally, avoid barriers and fences. Those are the most dangerous places because there's nowhere to go. Okay, I know this was a lot. So here are some otters holding hands and being cute together. It's gonna be okay.
I hope you all just have a good rest of your day and stay safe, guys. Honestly, anything can happen, and I would hate to see anybody hurt like this again. Bye.